Good morning. All right, just gonna pull up my chat thing here. Yep. Good morning. Okay, we are here. I'll turn my music off here in just a minute. Let me get some stuff on my table. All right. Hey Google. Stop. Good morning, friends. Hi. Hey Emma. Happy Halloween. It is Halloween day, and that's very exciting. Excited that you're able to catch one. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Happy Halloween to you. I'm excited that you're able to be here too. I wasn't sure if anybody was even going to show up because it's so early. I was like, it's 9 o'clock my time, which is not like terribly early, but I know that 9 o'clock my time is like 6 o'clock on the West Coast, and that's pretty early. I know I would not be waking up at 6 o'clock to go watch a live. So yeah, I'm really glad that you guys are here. That's very exciting. Okay, but coffee is a must today, of course, and hopefully it won't go cold this time. All right, you guys, so I am going to be completing. Yesterday I did a layout and we didn't quite finish the whole thing, so I'm going to finish that one up, which is story number 28, and then I've also got story number 29 and story number 30. So we're going to get totally caught up this morning before going off to our Halloween festivities. So let's just get to it. I'm going to flip you over, and yep. Oh, I did wear my Halloween costume. This is me. I am Esperion, which is a Pokemon, and Izzy is a Pokemon trainer, and Aaron is another Pokemon. He is Umbreon, I think is the name of his. We're both like Eevee evolutions. So the awesome thing is it's just this big onesie pajamas. So it's warm, it's comfy, and that's that. Next year I have big plans for costumes. I'll tell you guys about that here in a second too. All right, so let me flip you over and get you looking at my desk. Here we go. Okay. Get you in there. I need to turn off my ceiling lights. We got all the shadows. Good morning, Connie. Welcome and happy Halloween. Okay, so there we go. That's much better with the lights. It's kind of dreary out right now. I just want this to be straight. There we go. It's kind of dreary out. Hopefully the clouds will go away a little bit, and yeah, and give us a little sunshine today. That would be awesome. Okay, so here is our album. So the layout that I want to finish up from yesterday, this one was number 27 about food. So number 28 is the one that I have to finish. Now, when we left off, I wasn't sure how I was going to finish up the bottom pocket here. I needed to add a number, and then I also had some pieces that were going to go inside of these pockets that I had to still figure out. So here's what I did. I pulled out some sentiment cards. So one says, hello, way too much candy. And this is an older Allie Edwards card. And the other one says Halloween Haul. And it's homemade happiness, jury's still out, which is the candy corn, eye roll for floss, yes, for large chocolate bar, okay, for a sucker or pop, and the chocolate, what is this? Chocolate peanut butter holy grail. Got it, is Reese's. So I pulled these two because the colors are pretty good. And these I'm going to stick on the back of two. Actually, no, I'll probably only pick one to put on the back of the photo because I'm thinking, actually, I might save this one for actual Halloween and use the Hello Way Too Much Candy. So I think I'm going to go Hello Way Too Much Candy. And then on the back side of this one, Izzy's teacher actually sent me a picture of all the kids in their costume in Isabella's class at school. So I'm going to just stick these back to back and have the two photos down in here. So I think that that's going to work great. And then I went ahead and added my journaling onto the back of this tag, but I pushed it down towards the bottom because I had cut out this little cute flag that says boo. And I was thinking originally of using it here maybe, but I like it here. So I'm just going to stick it on this tag, and we'll put twine through it. And then I've got those other tiny little pieces to stick in. And this turned out so good. Let me push this up here for you. So this is that cut file, that Boo to You cut file that I backed in all of the main colors of this a little scary collection. So this is what I'm actually going to use as my title, as it turned out excellent. So yeah, and then I grabbed these too. These are some sticker, like alpha stickers. No, number stickers. Are they all numbers? Yeah, they're all numbers. From Illustrated Faith. I got these a long time ago. And they have this like yellow kind of polka dot look. And I thought that would go well for this page. I'll just put my number up there, which this is number 28. Yeah. So let's finish this up real quick, and then I'll share the new stories with you. I thought these would be kind of cute with this layout. Plus, I've never even used them before, and I've had them for a long time. So there's 28. I'm going to stick this back in here. And, oh, and look at this. So, well, hold on. Let me clear some of this out. So yesterday I got in the mail something that I had ordered back in September. And it's because it is handmade and it takes a long time to make it. And that's why it took so long. But this is totally going to be Halloween costumes next year. So next year, Izzy's favorite Halloween character is Jack Skellington and Sally. Sally's really her favorite, but she likes Jack Skellington too. So next year, I want our whole family to do Nightmare Before Christmas. So Izzy can be Sally. Actually, she wants to be Zero. So she might be Zero. I'll be Sally. And either Aaron will be Jack and Jonah will be Oogie Boogie, or vice versa. Aaron will be Oogie Boogie and Jonah will be Jack. But look at this. So this is a wooden, like a vintage inspired wooden purse. So this is Zero's house, like doggy house, and all the sides have things on them. So there's Zero, cut out, Boo. You can see like the detail on the roof. I think this is all kind of like almost like acrylic pieces that were cut. There's a spider on that side. There's these pumpkins and a spider web on this side, and again that intricate roof. The bottom has these little feet on it, which is so cute. That's definitely like vintage purse inspired. And then it actually opens at the roof, and there's like this really cute mirror in there that says "Hey Ghoul" and "Boo," and the inside is velvet lined. So this is like, I'm in love with this. So next year, this is going to probably be our Halloween, like part of my Halloween decoration, and maybe I'll do my whole craft room Nightmare Before Christmas. That would be super cool. But anyway, so I want this to be some decoration, and then I also kind of want to use it as a purse. But then she also sent me, and this is Andrea, I can never say her last name. Does she have it on here? No, Andrea Besk, who is the Fairy Tale Club is her company. That's what she is on Instagram. If you look up the Fairy Tale Club, you'll find her. And then she started doing like apparel type of things, so purses and pins and jewelry and all of that, and she calls that the clubhouse. So then she sent me this pin that she made too, which is an Oogie Boogie man, and you see it's just like a pin, but he's super cute too. Anyway, so that came in yesterday. I'm really pumped about it, and yeah, that's next year's costume for sure. And also Halloween decoration inspiration as well. All right, so let's get this going. Hey, Etienne and Karen. And who else did I see come in here? Oh, just you guys. Hey, you guys. Good morning. I just put Oogie Boogie in the craft room window. That's so cool. Now all I hear is voice play singing song. They are so good. I actually just listened to that song right before we started. Seriously, voice play is just, they are amazing. They are definitely, it's hard to say, they are so good at their Halloween music. I mean, they're really good at all of their music, but I really like pentatonics too. So like, it's hard to say which one is my favorite, if it's voice play or pentatonics. I'll be excited to see what voice play does for Christmas though. All right. Do you guys remember the acapella TV show? I think it was the Sing Off is what it was called. That's where all of these groups came from. So like Pentatonics was discovered on the Sing Off, and then I think either the next season or the season after that, the voice play group was on the Sing Off, and I believe that Pentatonics was like their mentor at the time. It's so cool. And yes, Jeff is like, he is so freaking good. His Monster Mash song is, I think my sister's really into music and singing because she did that in high school. I'm gonna grab a scrap piece of paper that I can get glue all over. Anyway, this is my sketch from yesterday's project. Anyway, so she's really into music and stuff like that. So she was telling me that the Monster Mash song is the lowest note she's ever heard, not only just sung, but held as a note. Jeff can sing in 4 octaves. So he can go from like a tenor range all the way down to a bass range, and then all the way down to like a sub bass range. If you think of the notes in your car that will bust out your subwoofers, that will like kill your sound, your speakers, Jeff can actually sing that low, which is, it's insane. It's just insane. So he has like a Monster Mash one that he just released this year. And then he also has a couple years ago, he did a Headless Horseman song that was really cool. But yeah, he's just amazing. I really like him. And my sister, again, because she's like all into music stuff, she was telling me that Jeff, there's like 2 of the guys in voice play that do all of the like, they do all of the arrangements of the music. And I can't remember who the other one was, but it's Jeff and one of the other guys. And then they also like help to figure out all the dramatic renditions that they do on YouTube. So if you haven't, like if you've listened to them, they're really good to listen to, but also go and watch their YouTube videos because they have like dramatic performances of all of their songs. And it's just, they are so good. Anyway, that's my voice play shtick. I love them. Subharmonic. Yes. Yes. I mean, it is crazy. So I love that some of you guys love them too. They are just wow. Just wow. All right. So I am doubling up on my twine here because I want this to be a little bit like thicker when it comes out. Not thicker fat wise, but I just want there to be like more coming out, and one just seems not as full. So we'll do that. I'm also considering taking this guy because I want him in here too. But I think what I'm going to do with this one is just like stick down the body on top of the tag and then let the legs kind of be their own thing. Like that. But that way the legs can like stick on there a little bit, which I think is fun. I wonder if I can like, yeah. And I also, let me see, where did those go? There they are. This might add too much bulk. We'll see. These are kind of fat. But I like it on there. So we'll see. All right. That's so cool. The movie came out 26 years ago. My husband and I started our outside Halloween decor as Nightmare Before Christmas. That's so cute. I love that. My mom doesn't love Nightmare Before Christmas, so like whenever I bring it up, she's like, yeah, I don't really love that movie. She's not as into the Halloween stuff, which is fine. She doesn't have to be into the Halloween stuff, but like growing up, she was really into like hosting and having events and stuff at her house. So we always had Halloween parties. So it's not like she was averse to Halloween. She's just not like a super Halloween lover. She just made sure that it was special for all of us, I suppose. I think next year I would really like, one of the things I want to do super badly is to make our Halloween costumes, just because that's just so reminiscent of like when I was a kid, because my mom made our costumes and I have the ability, like I can sew costumes. I just need to start thinking about it, I don't know, during like the summertime. instead of it gets to be October 1st and I'm like, what are we going to be for Halloween this year? I have no idea. So yeah, I think next year that's what I need to do, is make our costumes. I think that would be super fun. Okay. Stick this down in there. So that way the backs are all finished for these photos. I'm going to put the little ghosties sticking out. You can see Izzy's face. And that will be that. Good morning, Millie. Welcome. Look at you guys. Happy Halloween. I love that we get to hang out Halloween morning. I'm glad you did this early. That's awesome, Etienne, that you're up early and in the craft room. Yeah. One year you made Robin. She was Boo from Monsters, Inc. Oh. You should do that, Etienne. Yes. Yes. I totally, like, yeah, I'm serious. Next year I'm going to make costumes. I'm doing it. I'm going to, like, starting in the summer. You guys remind me. Remind me when the summer comes around that it's time to start thinking about Halloween costumes. So that will do it. Is that something, like, is that something that interests you guys? Like, let's say next year in, you know, August, I start to design and put together Halloween costumes. You know, is that something that you would be you would be interested in the process of, like how to take the patterns and make sure that you're getting the right sizes. I know we're technically just doing all the crafty stuff with paper, but perhaps you're interested in the fabric stuff too. And if you are, that could be something to look into as well. You know, when I go to do it, bringing you guys along for the journey. It's been a long time since I've made any kind of like clothing item, but it's kind of like riding a bike. All right, so you'd watch me wash dishes. You know, I was thinking the other day, when we were talking about like potty training and all that stuff, I was like, I feel like in our house, or at least when it comes to like me, I can always find stuff to talk about. There's just hardly ever a dull moment around here. So I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, you know, we're hanging out. I'm hanging out with you guys like every day. And every day I've got some ridiculous story to share because something ridiculous has happened, which makes things fun, you know? All right, so let's punch these and then I'll explain what this is. So, I had a bunch of plans for the end of the Halloween season, meaning like, you know, now, like this weekend or this week. And a lot of them did not come to fruition. So like I wanted to take the kids to Corn Maze. That didn't happen. We did a scavenger hunt. We did do the scavenger hunt, but we didn't take any pictures. I have no way of like visually documenting that. And I could come up with something, but I just don't feel like it. And what else? Oh, we're supposed to carve pumpkins last night. We never even bought pumpkins this year, so we're not carving pumpkins. And I had this wicked, crazy cool idea for how to document carving pumpkins, so I am a little heartbroken that we didn't do it, but it is what it is, right? So I didn't have a story to tell, so I was like, well, let me go back through my photos from the month and see what story I have that I never put in this album. So this is a story of going to the apple orchard like 2 or 3 weeks ago, which is totally fine. So it's not in order in my album with the day. It's not on the day it happened, but it's still a story, and it's one I was just going to put in Project Life and not worry about it in this album. But since I don't have anything else to talk about, this is the one we're going to do. That's cool. That totally works. So, the stories never end. Yes. Paula, I cannot believe you are awake this early. You're a crazy woman, and I love you for it. Welcome. Happy Halloween, Paula. 6:21. I would never be awake at 6:21, especially on a Sunday. Nope. I would love, here's the thing. I would love to be awake that early. Like, that sounds great and so productive. And I would love to do that, but I just know that I could never do that. It would take a lot to get me out of bed. Like, I think I got out of bed today at 8:30 and this live was at 9. You know, I can't wake up. That's just the thing. Okay, so here's what we got. We got a couple of photos up here. There's like a line up there, whatever, it's fine. So I have a couple of photos on this side, one of donuts, one of the kids playing on the wooden train, and one of Jonah playing with the tractor. So lots of stuff. Your dog woke you up at 5:15. Oh man. Up at 5 a.m. need a 3 p.m. nap. Yes. That's so funny. Etienne, your kids carved a pumpkin without you and bought them without you. That's so sad. Well, it's only sad if you enjoy carving pumpkins. If you enjoy it, then that's really sad. If you despise it, then that's actually awesome that they were able to do it without you. I like to carve pumpkins. I'm a weirdo and I like carving them. I know a lot of people don't, but I find it kind of like therapeutic. Typically what happens around here is the kids decide what to carve and they'll like hang out with me and help me take some of the guts out of the middle because that's fun for them. And then they lose interest and Aaron loses interest and I am left carving the pumpkin by myself. Like they usually like go somewhere else and aren't even by me. But I find it very therapeutic. So I don't mind. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. For this side, I saw this layout, and again, I should tag it. I will when I put this on YouTube for sure, but I should put it in the Patreon as well. I found this layout on Pinterest where it was in a traveler's notebook. It was a travel themed page, and they had the word travel. So it was like TRAVEL, travel, and then they embellished it. And I really liked the way that looked going down the page. So I made this in Photoshop. I just did some text boxes and then like crunched them together, put them in the middle, tried to have it take up as much space as possible. It probably would be even better if it was a traveler's notebook because like if you figure this is, 5 inches, and if you were to take away that much of it, then it would fill up more of the page. So because this is 5 inches, it fills up, less of the page. But that's okay. That's why I'm going to put some stuff over here. This is a font that I got from the Silhouette store. I'm actually learning how to use new fonts. Like I didn't know how to install fonts on my computer before. I've actually downloaded some to my computer and not been able to figure it out because I must have just been like having brain farts or something. But I figured it out. Like it's actually really easy to install a font. Like you just double click on it and then there is a button that says install and you click the install button and that's it. So I don't know why I couldn't figure it out in years past. Anyway, so I got this font because I liked it. It's actually called like Donut something, whatever. But I liked it. So I got this font, put it there, Donuts, and then added my journaling below that. And I'm just going to add some embellishments onto it. Originally, when I was looking at making this layout, I wanted to use these. These are those sticker numbers or sticker letters that I got from Target a long time ago. But the problem with these is that 3 of them were not going to fit down the page. Like they are too big to go three that way. Because this would have been the right, like this I think would have been a better size if it was just a hair shorter. So that didn't work, which is why I needed to do it digitally instead. But if you have really large numbers or really large alpha stamps, that could work. Anyway, I like the amount of white space on here. I think it's kind of nice. It's a break from all the heavy dark, heavy dark stuff. Now, first what I want to do is add a strip of washi tape down the edge. And I did print this off on matte white photo paper so that this would be really, really bold because I wanted it to be bold. Where's my scissors? Over here. Yes, Millie, exactly. I do that too in December. Like we usually get our tree. Well, actually, we start decorating in November, but we don't get our main tree until December hits because we get a real tree. And I want it for as long as possible, but I also don't want it to die. So we usually get it like the first weekend in December at the tree lot. But the fake one, because we have, of course, more than one tree, because you gotta have, I suppose, more than one tree. So the fake one we put up on Thanksgiving weekend. Sometimes other stuff we do during the I wonder if I should do both sides during November is what I'm trying to say. Like go and buying ornaments and stuff like that. think I'm going to do both sides. All right, so try and make this even, kind of, sort of. Because once it's down, it's down. Since it's on sticker paper, or not sticker paper, photo paper. You do enjoy it. Traveling for work, your husband needed activities. Oh, that's so sad. That's like, when I was gone for the bachelorette party, I was like, Erin, do not watch the new Addams Family movie without me. Like, I will be very upset with you if you order that and watch it without me. I know you're gonna need stuff to do with the kids, but not that. Like, and also don't do all of these other things. It's just funny. He likes Halloween too, but he's not as into it as I am. Come on. I forget what they did while I was gone. I think they maybe did like some crafts and stuff. But yeah, I get that they like need activities, but it's at the same time, you know. Okay. All right. Now, I considered stopping and getting a pumpkin last night on the way home from my sister's. It was late though. But I considered it because I am kind of, this is the first year we haven't done one. Maybe we still will this afternoon. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Can we get a pumpkin? Because I want a pumpkin. Okay, so here is where I want to embellish this. Also, these are numbers that I was thinking about doing. I have some puffy stickers. I have some tiny phrase stickers. And then some embellishments here. I don't think any of my album is in order. Yep. This is my secret to getting it done. It's true. It's true. I have a tree in every room of the house. Not real. That one is purchased the day after Thanksgiving. We have a lot of ornaments. Yes. So Karen, we do the same thing. Growing up, my mom always had, I think we had 3 Christmas trees. Well, not the whole time, you know, over the years, we got more and more trees. So, when I was with my parents, my mom had a tree in like the main living room. That was the main, you know, our main tree. And then we had this landing. So like if you imagine that you're going upstairs to a second story home and you go up a flight of stairs that goes to a landing, and then you have to like turn and go up the next set of stairs to get to the floor, which is kind of how our house is now, but the stairs went like into, like if this is the front of the house, they went into the front of the house and then the landing and then up to the back of the house. So in the front of the house, she had this bay window that had, there was like a floor and then the window, but it was just meant for like putting decorations there. And so we would put a tree there as well, so you could see it outside the house through that window. And then we had another tree that we would put up in, we had a second like family room. We had one family room that had a TV and one family room that had a fireplace. So in the fireplace room, she would put the third tree. So we usually had 3 in our house growing up. So we kind of do that here now. We have a fake tree that we put up. In our old house, we put it in the basement. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it this year. If it'll go, I'll probably put one in the foyer, I wonder. Like right in like the crook of the stairs. That could be one. Maybe. And then we'll definitely put one in the living room. That'll be the real tree. We'll go in the living room. I'll probably get a small, like 4-foot tree to put in my room. Potentially somewhere. There's not a ton of space in here, but I could probably fit one. Or maybe like a 3-foot tree. that could go on my shelving, you know. And then and yeah, I don't know. So I pulled out a bunch of die cuts that had kind of a more fall feel to them. I thought that that would be good for this layout. What would it look like if I just did like something like that? I don't know. And I was also thinking that I would put something kind of here. There is no green, not even in the pictures. So I'm almost thinking like, give me this. I feel like this, I just need to cut out and put in with my like other numbers. Okay, so that maybe one of these arrows, or I could even maybe I'll do one of those with the arrow. Might need to be the darker arrow. Like this. There, one of them says hot apple cider, that would work. What if I used all these leaves up? That could be interesting. Thinking not those. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. I could stamp the date on here for when we went. And this I could put kind of down this side. I would use one of these, but let's pretend. Oops, I kind of like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It uses up all of these pretty little leaves, and I like how they pull in colors from the photos. Like we've got the blue from the blue sky. And then we've got the yellow from the yellow truck. And this like peachy pink color, which ties in with the title piece there. Okay. And then this one, you know, is kind of like skin tone. So like they all go very nicely. That. And then this one is like the red of the barn, you know? I think that was meant to be. Go like that. Okay, so then my arrow will go here. And then I want hot apple cider. Yes, I do. apple cider can go right there. Flanked by the arrow. Okay, I like all that. The question is, so here's the thing. I could put an ampersand here, and then it would be like donuts and hot apple cider, because we got both. Do I have any of the, let me see if I have any of my chipboard ones left. I think I do. I think there was a lot of those. Let's see if I can find them real quick. They should be, yep, right here. Oh, although I kind of like the puffy sticker just for the difference, you know. But like, let's say, what if I did orange? No, I kind of like the black better. It's a little bit more delicate. So I think I'm going to do that. Oops. I think we'll do the ampersand. Oh. Okay. The hair on it. Nope. Get out of there, hair. Now you need to go get donuts. Yes. I think after we get off of here, I bought supplies to make, was it Lynn? I think Lynn is the one who told us about the apple cider mimosas. I'm pretty sure. So I went and bought supplies to do that. And so I'm going to make apple cider mimosas this morning for Erin and I. And that sounds exciting. I probably should have got more, and then I could have brought it over. Well, maybe we should, like, stop at the store. We're going over to our old neighbor's house, so the old neighborhood. And we are, I gotta put my number in here too. Don't let me forget that. So anyway, we're going over to our old neighborhood, to our neighbor's house, to hang out with them while they make their egg rolls. That's like their tradition, is every year they make egg rolls. Day did we do this? I might have to look up what day we did this so I can stamp it. So I'd rather stamp it now before I stick it on there. Anyway, so we're going there. They're going to make egg rolls. And maybe I should bring supplies for apple cider mimosas. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, the beginning. I could have done it at the beginning, Millie, but I think it would have, I don't know. So, whatever. Older unlighted trees. I hate putting the lights on it. Oh yeah, Paula. Ours are all unlit too. Someday we'll buy new trees and they'll all be pre-lit. Going trick-or-treating at the farmer's market this morning and getting donuts. That sounds amazing. I want donuts now too, because we had these like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm going to look up exactly when we had them so that I can stamp that with the real date. I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks ago. Let's go find out. All right, so that's Week in Life. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I'm thinking it was here. Yes, I am correct. October 17th. Okay, so let's get the black ink. And we're going to stamp that on here. October 17th, 2021. Yes. Okay. And that. Maybe I'll just stick that over there for now. Okay. This This is another one of those like Cocoa Daisy ones, so it's already sticky on the back. That's actually really, really cool. Really cool. Okay, so there's my date there, and then my number. I think I'll do these big ones because why not? So this is going to be 29. There we go. And we just have one more to go. All right. So I think I'm going to need those again. The nice thing about this is because it's just kind of photos and words, it was really quick to come together, and it has a pretty nice, bold graphic look. So journaling, I said, can it really be a true October without donuts and cider? This year we went to Spicer's with the Prues. We were able to secure a picnic table in a fairly secluded area and thoroughly enjoyed our treats. Afterwards, we went to the main play area where the kids were able to play. Jonah loved playing on the wooden train and in the large sand area. Once the kids found the large tube slides, that was all they wanted to do. So glad we were able to make our annual trip to the orchard with our friends this year. So just a simple little story. Okay, so now the back side is story number 30. This is the last one, and then we're caught up. So this one is kind of sort of about my sister's Halloween party that she threw yesterday. In a way, it's in a way about that. I have another blank one. I do. Okay, so then I'll just put those away later. Okay, so for this one, I have a couple of black washi tapes. I pulled out these Heidi Swap butterflies because this one's going to have a little bit of a creepier vibe to it. I have a couple of metal pieces. So this one says Curious Things. It's from Tim Holtz. And then I also have a skull and crossbones that I thought were kind of cool. So I might add something metal on here. I did pull out a tab because I know I'm going to use a tab with those. And then I have this really cool piece. So this is acetate, and it is like a skull where it numbers all of the bones in the skull. This came from Tim Holtz. It was actually a set of these. What do they call them? Oh, just transparencies. So there's like butterflies. There's a spider web that's pretty neat, like an eye chart, and then one that shows the organs inside of the guy. But one of them was this skull and all of the bones, which I think is really cool. So to go with this, I have a picture of Isabella cuddling with who she named Mr. Skeleton. So my kids love skeletons, especially Izzy. And like not afraid of them at all, which is really funny and unusual for children. So I have this large photo that's going to go on the back side here. I wanted to stitch this down on the top and then I'm going to add this on the bottom so that we can flip it up, and then I'll just embellish some things, add some numbers, add some washi tape probably around the outer edge, and then kind of call this one done. So, and I have the story is written underneath. So I printed this off on some cardstock that's pink on one side. I debated using pink to go with the pink. I think that could have been really pretty too. You know, part of me almost regrets not doing pink. But I thought that the blue would pull in the blue of her outfit as well. And I think it's fine. So let's do this page first. Let's at least get this stitched down, because that's the hardest part, and it's not even, you know, it's not too hard. So I'm going to just like, maybe I'll put it at the bottom. Add a little tiny bit of adhesive down there. I know I want this to go up at the top. I'm thinking, actually I don't really want it at the top if I remember right now. Kind of just in the middle, because then I'm thinking I'm going to do like this around the outside as a border. Okay. So, just want to make sure it's straightish. I don't need to be too precise, you know, but enough. Okay, so let's stick that down. I have fingerprints I put on here on accident. Okay, so we'll put that down. Let me grab my sewing machine, we'll stitch it down. And then all we need to do is embellish. I am so excited to be caught up on this album. So tomorrow on the 1st of November, and I have not done, I need to do a calendar for November because I haven't done one yet. And November is tomorrow. So at some point I need to get this calendar done so you guys know what to expect next month. But what I can tell you is that November 1st, so Monday, tomorrow, we're going to be working on story 31. Actually, hold on, let me stitch this and then I'll come back to that. Okay. Okay. I actually think, because that's kind of crooked, but that's actually kind of cool. So hold on. Stitched crooked, so I just went back over it again and put another line through because it's Halloween. You can do that kind of stuff. Anyway, so next month on the 1st you're going to see day 31. On the 2nd you're going to see what I'm calling day 32. So my album goes to day 33 essentially. Even though there's not 30 days or 33 days in October, because the 1st of October is the first day of Dia de los Muertos, typically when we're getting ready for the 2nd, and then the 2nd is the day that we celebrate. So we'll put both of those in there. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are going to be finishing up this album. And then on the 4th, which is a Thursday, I'm thinking I will probably do a Story Kit Crush like planning video for the Care Story Kit, because that's the next one, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet, to like get my stories figured out or to film that. So I'll probably do that with you guys live, and then download the content and get that story told, or a story told for Story Kit Crush. And then I need to do 2 of those. So it's possible Friday we might do like 2 of those stories for Story Kit Crush, because I'm going to be gone from the 7th until the 14th, I believe. So the 7th is a Sunday. We're gone Sunday to Sunday, so I think it's 7 to 14. We come home on Sunday from the wedding in Mexico. So I'm going to do the care story planning, and then probably some layouts, and then stick all this down on here. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for the week I'm gone. So I'm thinking I may do some like, I don't know, like maybe some December daily, like getting my stuff organized. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do, I'm not sure. The answer is I'm really not sure what I'm going to do for the week I'm gone. Like what kind of content I can get ready before we leave. So that's up in the air. And then when I come back, maybe what I'll do is just kind of like do a, like what if on Friday we did a live for just kind of like going through product and writing down some ideas potentially. So that could be something. Saturday, I don't know. But the point is that when I get back from Mexico, which is on the 14th, so it's halfway through November, I will start doing some foundation pages. So we're going to be working on foundation pages together on here. And I'm thinking I'm going to do lives Monday through Friday. And I think that's probably what I'm going to carry through in December as well, and not do lives on the weekends, just because we all have a lot of plans on the weekends. It's harder to get here. And that's when a lot of the things happen, you know, a lot of the, what do I want to put here? No, black cat crossing which way the candy. Beware of hitchhikers. Oh, hitchhiking ghost, don't be scared cat. Well, maybe I want to do, anyway, so I'm thinking we'll go Monday through Friday for lives. Mondays can be like a twofer, you know. I think Mondays can probably be a twofer, and maybe Tuesdays can be a twofer, so that we're always caught up. Let me see that. Maybe This Is Halloween can be one. Like that. But I do want to do foundation pages in November because I'd like to have as much of my album prepped as possible. So some of the things that I'd like to do with all of you here on Patreon, I would like to go through the process of coming up with ideas for how to document the different stories. So like I'll have my prompt list, and then it'll just be, you know, a question of like, okay, what do I want to do for X story, and kind of prepping that out with you guys. And then I also thought about like doing my setup, and maybe that's what I'll have for when I'm gone, is like, how am I going to organize my supplies so that I remember to use them. So that could be something that I could film and share with all of you. So that is some content ideas. And then I'll probably also do maybe some like Facebook Live videos potentially when I'm actually in Mexico, and share some of what's going on. Like I'll share some pictures from the weddings. You guys can see that. Share some pictures of the kids having fun. I think we're going to go do, like go to one of the Mayan ruins and maybe a pyramid. My sister and her fiance have plans for all of us on what they want to do. So whatever that is, and I can share that kind of stuff with you guys too. So more like life kind of stuff rather than crafting kind of stuff, since I won't be crafting there. I want to prep out, and here's something we can do this coming week as well, is prep out a traveler's notebook for sorry, I got an alarm. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, is like getting all that kind of stuff done. And then when I'm back from Mexico, going full force with December daily stuff, and like every day doing foundation pages so I can get as much of it ready to go as possible. Oh, and I want to schedule a prep party a prep day viewing party. So I'm not going to be here for the prep day party because I'll be in Mexico when it happens. So, because I think it's on the, is it on, or no, it's the day before we leave, but that's complicated because we need to pack and there's a lot that has to happen before we leave. So I'm not going to be able to attend it. So what I want to do is set up a day. I'm thinking maybe not the weekend that we're coming back. So we get back on the 14th. So maybe like the 20th or the 21st of November, which I know is close to the end of November. But it could also be, although, is that Thanksgiving week? Is that Thanksgiving week? I don't know. But I want to watch the prep party to get excited for the project. So I'm probably going to set up a day where I'm just going to go through all the lessons, and I'll set up a Zoom link so that if you guys want to join in and like hang out together while we watch the prep party, we can do that. It'll just have to be after I get back from Mexico. So anytime after the 14th. Yeah, and that'll just be kind of something to look into. Like, what day? I'll have to look at what week is Thanksgiving and figure it out from there. There's that. And I was thinking about putting like curious things, or actually really kind of like this metal guy. How can I get you on there? You know what? I might stitch you on there. Do I have needles somewhere? Where did I put my needles? Needles. You know what? Actually, I think they are down here, maybe? Oh, crap. What did I do with my needles? Oh, I know where there's one. I hope. Okay, not. Oh, wait. Maybe here? Yes. Like, please let me have a needle somewhere. And then I probably won't do that, but I have black. Or I could use gold. No. I actually think the best bet is probably white for showing up and not being too obnoxious. So let's do that. Thanksgiving is on the 25th. Okay, so it'd be after that. So that might be a good weekend to do like the 20th would be Saturday and the 21st would be Sunday. So maybe the 20th can be a viewing party for that. And I can get somebody to watch my kids, unless Aaron wants to watch them. Sometimes when I'm doing my thing, he doesn't always love watching them all day long. So, I'm sure he would be fine. But, yeah, I wonder, can I also just to help you stick a little bit where I want you to go. But yeah, after a week of traveling with them, he might not want to. So I can probably get somebody to watch them. Poke a hole there and there. Let's use this instead. It'll be easier to poke all the way through. Come on. Okay, and then a hole here, and here. So yeah, so a prep party viewing day is on my docket. That can be like a Zoom thing, and I want to try something. I want to try something on Patreon, and that is to have a day where I can do some computer stuff on, I'm thinking on Zoom, like maybe some of the prep things. I don't know if this is, well, it should be fine, I think. Anyway, maybe some of the prep work stuff over Zoom, and then, sorry, I'm trying to figure out if it's actually going on the back or not. I think it is. So I can share my screen on Zoom, but then also have maybe my phone going so you can see my face. Because right now my camera and my sound is not hooked up on my computer because we don't have the computer all the way ready. Like, it's not all the way set up. It's just somewhat functional. It's functional enough that I can print stuff out and do that. But I thought that could be a really cool portion. Like, I can take you through the process of how I look for different ideas and, you know, what kinds of searches I'm doing and how I'm organizing it. In the prep day, there is a lesson on diverse approaches to December Daily, and they have a bunch of contributors. So like I contributed, but then there's also, I think Amy Gretchen contributed, and maybe Neela did, from Neela has a plan, I think is her thing. Who else did? There's a bunch. I can't think of them all. Anyway, so in the segment that I sent in, I actually gave my prompt list, and I have an Excel form that I use that's kind of like, it's extra, but you know, I use an Excel form to help me keep track of my page ideas and my prepping progress and all of that kind of stuff. So you'll see it in the prep party, and you'll be able to download it from the prep party. Oh yeah, Jen from Simple Scrapper. Yep, she's doing it too. So then you'll be able to use it, but maybe one of the things I'll do is a video where I'm filling mine out, and that's pretty much it. Like, it won't be like super exciting video because it's just going to be the computer, but that could be helpful to see it in action. Potentially. Okay, so I like that with the little stitched on skull and crossbones. That's fun. And then, don't think I need any more of those. That might be good. I just need my number. And then that can be done. So move you back over, put you back in my little thread box. Okay. I can go back there. Right, so curious things we'll save for another day or another year. That's all that. Okay, so for the number, this is story 30. Get you back up there. That or that or that. Sometimes when it's so much stuff over here, I can't like fully concentrate. Okay. So for the number, I could put it over here in white. I think since I just used these, I probably won't do that this time. Let me pull out the big ones and see what I got. This is story 30, right? Or is this 29? No, this is 30. That was 28, 29, 30. Okay. So let's get the big ones out and see what we got in here. Okay, so 30. Looks like I've got red. No. Fuzzy in there. Okay. It's 31. Oh, why is number 8? Go back to number 8. Okay, let's poke out this. So I could do 30 there. I'm probably not going to put it there. Black is going to blend, right? Yeah, black is going to blend. Probably not these, too small. All right. What do you guys think? Gold? Or, okay, wood veneer or gold? Look at this. Wow. Yes, the color cast design, Wicked Awesome, is so cool. I love that acrylic piece. That was my favorite one of her whole shop. And I almost, because did that one get restocked? I couldn't remember if that one got restocked. Because if it did, I think I debated getting it again, like for next year, because I loved it so much. I still have her, what do I still have in here? These are all more fall related. None of those, but I do have the October, there's an October 31st one that, that I liked. Okay, let's stick this down. On here. Okay. For story number 30. Okay, so for this one, we've got Izzy cuddling the skeleton. And then under here is the actual story. So for this one, I said, this year, Marty turned a whopping 15 years old. Haley and Axel wanted to throw him a birthday party and thought it would be fun to combine that with a Halloween party, aka Howlween. Marty is their dog. We played a fun Halloween trivia game where we all learned a lot about this holiday. Like, did you know that the original Halloween holiday actually comes from a Celtic holiday called Samhain? And that's, I think it's Samhain. Samhain, I think is how you pronounce it, actually. Most of the evening, we were able to relax and talk all about the upcoming events and plans for Axel and Haley's wedding, which is now just a week and a half away. We watched the MSU versus U of M game and sadly admitted defeat in the last few minutes of the game. I'm telling you, I'm cursed when it comes to my football team winning. Haley made Marty a birthday cake, which he super loved. It caused a bit of a scuffle with Dia, but they calmed down eventually. Dia is their other dog. Right before we left, Izzy was hanging out with Haley's skeleton and cuddling it up with him. She isn't afraid of things like this, but rather takes some serious interest in the details of it all. Taking a close look at the skeleton led to a lot of questions and a whole hour ride home talking about the functioning of the human body. I love that she has such a curious mind and that she's able to grasp some of these really complex ideas. I'm totally adding a kid's anatomy book to my shopping list for Christmas. I think Isabella would really love to read and learn more on this topic. Man, does that make me proud and excited for her. So that's that. So it's not really like super Halloween, you know, like we did go and hang out with my sister and my parents and their dogs and had a good time there. The trivia was really interesting because we did really learn a lot. Like, did you know that the largest pumpkin ever recorded was from Switzerland? And the first trick-or-treaters, oh gosh, when did she say, was back in the 1600s or the first countries to dress up for Halloween were Scotland and Ireland. What what else can I remember? Oh, Hocus Pocus, the movie, was originally going to be called Halloween House, and it was supposed to be more of a horror film rather than a comedy. Good thing they changed all of that, because now we have a cult classic movie that will last for all of time. So yeah, lots of really fun Halloween trivia stuff. And that, friends, is it for this one. Yes, there are competitions. Yes, that's so funny. So funny. How could I forget? Wanted to steal your idea and interview the kids as zombies. Yes. Yes, I still think that would be cool. I'm totally doing it again next year. I'm going to do that spread where I interviewed Jonah as though he was a vampire. I'm totally doing that again next year with some other like Halloween character for sure. I think that is so fun to like get an insight into what they think these characters are like and do and all that stuff. And Jonah's like 3, so he doesn't know. But it would be fun to do with Izzy too. So, all right, so that is it for today. So we finished up story number 28 with all of the photos that come out in the title. We have 29 about going to the apple orchard. Love how this one turned out. And then we've got story number 30 about Izzy's love for the human body. Tomorrow will be Halloween, so we'll decorate. Well, today is Halloween, so we'll tell the story of Halloween tomorrow. And then we've got 2 days of Dia de los Muertos to fit in this album. And you guys, I'm going to make it. It's going to all fit in this album. And I'm so excited that, you know, I'm so excited that 3 albums was the right number. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a wonderful Halloween holiday. I hope you get out there and enjoy yourself. And if you don't, that you stay in and enjoy yourself. And, you know, just have a really great spooky time. I'll see you guys here tomorrow at the normal time, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, for putting together stories of Halloween. And until then, have a great one. Bye, friends.